Hello and welcome back to Heartsofiron 4. We are back with another game today. As you can see, the new wallpaper has dropped, which means that it is time for a new DLC. It's the Graveyard of Empires DLC with new content for Iran, the Raj, Iraq and Afghanistan. So, we're going to start a new game here, single player, and we are going to test out one of those new nations. So, looking at, I'm probably going to try Iran. Maybe going to look to try and do some sort of Persia thing. Now that's going to put me at war by the looks of things with the allies, so hopefully if everything goes well, our allies will be the Axis, if that makes sense, because that's sort of the territory that we need to expand into. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into the video. I'm going to have a little look at the focus tree, because this is my first time loading it up, so I want to find the best path to try and make an expansive Iran game. Obviously you could just do it as like an oil baron, I think, and just supply either faction with lots of goods and weaponry, but I really want to try and get a bit of expansion going, so we're going to go historical AI and into the game. Okay, so I've had a little time to look over the options. We're going to go for the Pahlavi Imperium. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but we'll go down that route, and then we're going to go down Legacy of Greatness, I believe, down these routes, where we get to the third Persian Empire, which I think is my aim here today. Like I said, I don't know the focus tree. There's not really. I'm literally doing this as it came out, so I don't really know the paths, I don't know what's the best thing to do. So we're just going to go with something that I think is going to be fun, which is to make a new Persian Empire. And yeah, for focuses for research, electromagnetic engineering, and basic machine tools, focusing guns with any new factories that come across, but spreading it out so we can have a good mix in there. And yeah, because we're on civilian economy, we're also going and building some infrastructure in our oil producing states first, from the most oil that it will add to the least, and then into our other regions for more steel and for more build up in our capital as well, because that's where you tend to build the most buildings. So yeah, just trying to expand our natural resources, consolidating the army, training them up, and yeah, just getting ready to start building up an army. Okay, having a look at the civil war here, we need to go down assessing the opposition, which will then maybe open up some decisions and stuff. Yeah, unlocks government clampdown decisions within the civil unrest mission. Okay, so we need to go down this first. I would obviously like to beeline towards the Empire or something like that, but I guess this also does take us down towards, you know, a lot more of our war path, so we'll see what we can do there. But yeah, let's try and stop this civil war first and foremost, because that's not going to help anyone in our expansion here. Okay, there we go, we've now gone down the focus that's led to an assassination. So our leader has been assassinated, and now we have a focus that... wait, where is it? There you go. We now have a new leader. Oh, he is a lot better actually. His father gave plus 2% I think political power and minus 5% stability, so actually this guy seems like a great choice. And we are going to then continue down his path, I think here, in his father's footsteps, which is going to give us some more research speed, some more stability, so hopefully he can help us sort of stabilise the region a lot better. Oh, it does mean we lost our commander though as well, because he was the leader. We're going to go with this guy because his promotion costs us less. And then yeah, we will try and make him organisation first, and yeah, offensive doctrine when we can get to that maybe, just to help our guys with a little bit of push in the early war. Okay, it looks like the next ways that we need to try and crush this civil war is economic credibility. So we need to maybe go down a bit of industry focus tree by the looks of things, and then proving military prowess, where we need 80k manpower in the field. Okay, so we're actually training that with our next division that's going to come out. So yeah, let's go down modernising Iran, and we will work towards getting some civilian factories. Was it specifically civilian factories? More owned factories. Okay, so civilian or military, but there does look like some good opportunity for growth in amongst that, so we better quickly divert down there and see what we can do. Okay, I'm now going down the army pathway for this factory. Does that actually count, or does it have to be civilian factory? Doesn't look like it counted because I still have 9. Okay, is there anywhere else we can get factories from is sort of now what I'm thinking. Period expansion, that's another military factory. Okay, I don't know if there's anywhere else that's going to give us civilian factories, so I think we might be forced to build at this point, which is fine. But if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and develop the Iranian oil fields. Because yeah, more oil means more that we can sell, and hopefully, like you can see here, nationalist Spain with 32 factories on it. So yeah, that's massively helping us. We've got 5 factories just from trade, and yeah, we're going to build up in these infrastructure regions that we've already been building. Yeah, we're going to build up in these high infrastructure regions where we've been trying to expand the oil, so that should hopefully really help us. Oh, do the ones... okay, look, we have now hit it. Okay, I'm confused, maybe that military thing did count. But yeah, if we tick that there, then that runs out in 30 days, and then that should hopefully remove the civil war, and we've just managed to hit it 5 days ahead of the actual civil war firing, so we've managed to avoid that, which seems absolutely huge to me that we've managed to do that. But yeah, that should be pretty good. Now that we don't have to deal with a civil war, we can look probably at using all of our equipment for expansion, and saves ourselves a lot of trouble later. Okay, we're going to begin improving relations with the Soviet Union as we now go for the Tehran-Moscow Pact. Actually, looking at that, have we peaked too early with that? Maybe not. And we are now also known as the Third Persian Empire, and we get this nice new flag, which I am really liking, to be fair. So we want a good opinion with Moscow, in hopes that then they will support us here, give us the non-aggression that we need, which should free us up obviously for Iraq, Afghanistan and maybe Turkey. Okay, come on. Soviet Union agrees, perfect, that's exactly what we wanted. And now we can maybe go down. I think we're going to start with Iraq. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're going to start with Iraq, so let's get everyone on the border. We've got 19 good units. They could have a maximum of, how many would they have? They could have a maximum of 9, so we at least outnumber them, or like double their troop count at the moment in time, and I imagine with the actual stats of our units they are a lot better. Okay, here we go, the focus is just about to complete. Iraq agrees to our demands, amazing. Okay, so we get these border territories here. We obviously wouldn't get Baghdad, that would be asking for quite a lot. But 2 nice territories. What sort of resources come with those? Anything? Okay, no resources with them, but ultimately 2 nice pieces of territory. We're going to now do the same with Afghanistan, so let's go ahead and get the new front line back over against Afghanistan, see if they'll give over some territory as well. And then obviously we've got some good new land for the Empire. It's not perfect, but you know, we'll see what it does. Okay, and here we go, just about to be Afghanistan's turn. Are they going to give it to us? They do agree to our demands. Oh, that was a nice chunk of territory there, these 2 states. So yeah, that is some good new acquisition of land. It's not that valuable land, really. I mean, I guess they do have a military and a civilian factory, and how were these? 2 civilian factories, 2 civilian factories. Oh, there's a military factory in there as well. So actually, they're not too bad industry-wise, some of these states were taken, but they're not, you know, the best of the best sort of lands. Yeah, the issue we've got now is, if we go after Iraq, I believe they are protected by the UK, so we don't have a guarantee of independence, so that's not going to work. Turkey, how does Turkey look? Do Turkey have guarantees of independence? They do from Romania, and we do have a non-aggression with them, but can we break our non-aggression? Okay. Send everyone across and let's see if we can't break that non-aggression maybe. We can cancel the non-aggression. Okay, I think I'm going to have to try and go for it maybe, and we might try and see if we can't snipe Turkey and then reintegrate their land, because that's just too good. That's just too much land to give away if we're not going to win that. So we've got to go for the war, I think, early doors, and that's the only way I can really think to do that. Okay, we found the opportune moment actually to go in at war now. So the Romanians just stopped guaranteeing the Turks' independence, and there's no guarantee yet by the Allies or the Axis, so we're going to declare the war. We're not going to try and push, we're going to try and hold the line and hopefully let them expend a lot of their troops' manpower and stuff like that, trying to attack into our position here. And then obviously when we can try and push round, we will do our best to try and push round. Especially if we can push them and corner them against something like that lake, that would be ideal. So what we're going to do is we can start working on recon companies, and we're going to start getting better engineers so our guys do entrench that bit better. But let's just quickly see how that's going to go if we were to push in like that. Anything? No? No? Okay. Okay, nothing. No. That's not going to work just yet, but we are ready and preparing. How many trucks do we have in stockpile? We almost have enough now to supply the army, so we'll switch us onto partially motorised supply as well, in hopes that that just improves our situation here as in terms of attritioning. But yeah, we're just going to get ready. We're going to try and hold out, let them expend as much as they want against our lines, and obviously when the time comes for the counter-attack, we will be looking for that counter-attack. This is actually very important, this Shahanshah. Don't know if that's pronounced at all correctly, but that's going to actually increase our compliance gain by 10%. So it may not sound like masses, but it hopefully will help us core some of this territory, or at least bring it more under our control. Mean we don't have to put garrisons there, which should in turn bring back some equipment to our stockpile, as our garrisons obviously have to leave. So yeah, we're going to do our best to continue trying to expand ourselves here. And just develop ourselves and get ready for further war against Turkey. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to go back to Tehran, and I'm going to take off, let's say, 6 divisions off the front, maybe a further 3 as well, just try and cut down as many divisions as we can on the front while still keeping it stable enough so the supply situation hopefully improves, because I just don't want to overflood our supply. Let's also just tone it down to that, and hopefully our supply does improve. Okay, what does this do? Celebration of the Persian Empire, power gain. Okay, let's choose a Shabanu, which is like a queen, I believe. Yeah, you to select a queen who will be available as your political advisor. Okay, so there might be some good options in there as well, just to help us out. Let's go ahead for extensive conscription, because all that does is up training time, and I'm not too fussed on that. Maybe we should also tick up to war economy, just to try and get more factories up and running and helping us. Okay, doesn't look like they're going for the bait, so let's take, you know, a few more off that front. And yeah, we'll just see if they're going to push now where there's only a couple divisions. Hopefully that is helping us. Is there any way we can get supply hubs? I did see stuff about supply. Okay. So we can get more supply hubs up in East Azerbaijan, which is where we're fighting, so that's what we'll go for next. Okay, so the railway has been built, which actually has increased supply in this region, which is incredible. We're now going to request trains from Germany as well, which should be quite nice for us. So let's hope that all goes well. Is there anything like, do we need better opinion with them? No? Okay, apparently not. But there we go, if we can get trains off of the Germans, that's just going to help us out so well. How is the railway system looking? Okay, so we do probably want something to connect to Mosul. So, okay, there's always time for an all-in manoeuvre. So as you can see here, I'm pushing with the infantry. We're going to hopefully try and push round them. Important is that we hold them in place, don't let them leave these tiles, because if they leave these tiles, that's when things get more complex. But if we could make this snake round, it would be one of the most insane cut-offs you've seen of troops. We would basically have the entire, the entire Turkish army trapped and stuck. So we just really want to heavily micro this and make sure that things go well. Come on, we're a tile away up here as well. Push round, push for a supply hub maybe. Come on. Can you help push in maybe? Just if we could make this encirclement, it would just be everything. See if we can't take this airport, see if we can't push for that. Either way, we are massively trapping in troops here. Let's make sure these guys are helping out there. Come on. There we go. Did we secure it? We might have actually secured it right there. Come on, get in, get in, get in. We're in the tile. Look at that. 3, 4, 5, that's 9, 11, 16. Yeah, 17 Turkish divisions there cut off, encircled, and left to starve in the desert. That's incredible. Okay, let's make sure that everyone's railroading round so they're in their correct positions. Let's pump out these extra units. Let's get them up and over there so we make sure that we hold this encirclement, most importantly. But this is the breaking point now where we can hopefully take out the Turkish, which, yeah, would just be absolutely insane if we can finish them. Which we're finding, so there you go, we push for that supply hub maybe. You see if you can't push up and round. Like, yeah, they don't have the troops to cover their front lines, so any small victory of troops here is obviously quite big. And yeah, we'll actually take all of you, shove you onto that front line. You guys get railroading in anywhere that we need you. Okay, if they're going to leave these tiles, I mean, I'll take open tiles for sure. Like, it just opens up our supply again and keeps us more open. And if you guys want to try and snake all the way to Ankara, we made a break in the south, and now you can see the entire strategy, no matter how weak our troops are, is just to flood through the Turkish lines. And yeah, just see what damage we can basically cause just by charging our way through. So going for any major cities, anything of value, we'll just try and take, and that's kind of the entire game plan here. We do also have a troop out here, I think right over on the left, who's actually just going to take an Istanbul, like an absolute legend, and then he will quickly wrap up this part of the peninsula, while everyone else just continues, yeah, their push in to see what they can grab. We actually might go for a little offensive along the line. And there we go, Turkey actually fully capitulated off that, so it must have been one of these last cities that we took up here that's actually been the final blow. So let's make sure that we take absolutely everything. There we go, we've taken everything. We can confirm an exit, and now we can actually take a decision, I believe. Oh, I swear we took the focus to reintegrate the Turkish peninsula. Unlocks reintegrate Anatolia decisions. Ah, here we go. Okay, so we definitely wanted political power for this, so let's take the most important stuff first and foremost. Oh, we have to do it one at a time. Okay, that's fine. What I will basically do then is, how long do they take each one? 35 days each one. Okay, so we need to pick the best states now as we slowly integrate all of this. So the place with the most factory, the most population, all of that goodness, and we will work on obviously then making our empire just that much stronger. We've now got the war goal for Afghanistan. We're also maybe going to go for this, a foothold in the Indus. See if we can't get Baluchistan, which I believe are these two states. Now they may not give it to us, but either way we're going to go to war with them, because we're going to go to war with the Allies, so it might just give us that little extra into going into India, and sort of a preparation ground almost. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, let us go in against Afghanistan, and let's see how our guys do. Okay, first and foremost what I'm noticing is you guys need to be pushing in. And yeah, it looks like they are going to attack strong out of Kabul. But if we can just push up around them, that might actually work massively for us. So yeah, let's take 6 of you and 6 of you, and let's split them like that. Oh, I mean, actually we're just cracking back their divisions little bit by little bit, so it's actually not the worst of strategies. Maybe leave someone behind just to help clean up that. You try and pin them in place to stop them fighting. Okay, make sure you're reinforcing this if you can. Yeah, we haven't sent in the whole army just yet because obviously we don't need them. Okay, yeah, push up, push around, wherever you can. Let's just see basically how our army does now that we're into them. Okay, this could be the end of absolutely everything by the looks of things. Because the Soviets have just declared war. So let's go ahead and quickly try and reorganise our troops and get them spread out somewhere a little bit better. To try and hold against, yeah, what's going to be the Soviets coming into war against us. Wait, so why did that drag us in? I'm sorry. What? The Soviets are in the Comintern. Yes. So how did that drag me in? I guess because we were at war, the British then decided they would also go in against us? What? Like, what the actual hell? Okay, so that leaves us in quite the predicament, because now we are in the situation where we are utterly screwed, is the only way I can think to say it. That's the situation we're in, because everyone is in against us. Oh my god, the British Raj is going to come in against us as well. Oh my god, how could this get how could this actually get any worse? Oh, of course, everyone is coming against us. Can you push for a... Will they leave Baghdad open? Or is Baghdad easily beatable? Oh my god, there's a ton of British troops just landed as well. And this is the thing, we are basically just this other side of the African front. Oh, the Soviets have ran in. Don't tell me we're going to have to abandon Turkey. Okay, desperate times, desperate measures. Because India as well could join in at any second. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to reform up. We're going to hold here. And then we are just going to create a massive defensive ring. Is all I can think of against, yeah, all of the enemies that we may face. I don't even know the best place to hold here. I guess we use the river line. Okay, go. Everyone, you need to get onto these lines, you need to entrench, you need to get ready, and you need to prepare for what is ultimately going to just be your doom. There we go, there's the British Raj being called in, was it? No? Still not? Okay, but yeah, we are surrounded on all fronts. There is nothing we can do. We're going to lose all of that land, so there's not even a point in trying to core it up. I guess we could just try for the sake of having the cores. There comes India. Okay, you guys just need to stop trying to attack wherever you're attacking and pull back. If we can get to a stable position where we can hold, I do think there's a chance that we can do something, because we will be drawing forces away from the Soviets. You know, which isn't isn't a miracle, don't get me wrong, like it's not going to save us, but we could bleed them, which will allow us to hopefully help the Axis hold that little bit longer. I mean, Greece has already fallen, I'm imagining, because all the British forces have come to us. But that does mean Bulgaria could start fighting back for our cause. Yes, we will take the invite to the faction. Yes, we will join the Axis. Which means that any land they take back of ours now will obviously help us. So we now kind of want Bulgaria to do well, so then they can re-liberate their land to me. No, I don't want 5 of your divisions as an expeditionary force. What I want is your force here. I just want your troops with mine. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's a slow defensive hold. We are about to get more buffs for holding on. So we just got to do our best here. 1942, and I've never seen Germany get held like this on the north. Normally the north and south do really well for a while, and then obviously it's the central thrust. They are at the gates of Moscow, but nowhere near Leningrad. I imagine it's got to be because Finland hasn't joined, which I don't know why Finland hasn't joined. Oh, they also look like they naval invaded up here, but yeah, so it's not the best looking allies that we got, although Italy did naval invade Crimea, and they are taking back my land here, but I imagine because the troops they're putting there, they're not putting as much ready for other conflict. Okay, we have made it to Baghdad. My sort of thought is, if we can take out 1 or 2 of them, that's going to be such a big success for us, and like give such a good boon to our support. Even if we can just take back some of these ports or stuff, like we took a little bit of land here off India, we will continue to try and take land where possible, but obviously there's an onslaught as well from the Soviets coming down, which isn't helping. Oh no, they're pushing towards Tehran. Okay, push up there maybe? Maybe if you could take Ashgabat and Mashhad, they're the 2 sort of supply hubs, so that would be a technical encirclement. Not a great one, but it would technically work. Okay, they got some low supply, the Soviets, so actually we might be able to do something with them. Like, any small successes we can make will be very helpful. Especially if we can encircle any Soviet forces, that would be a real good blow to them. Come on. Just anywhere we can push in is great. Perfect, we actually took the supply hub off them, so there's that. Let's keep it going. Like, maybe go up there, push for that. Come on, continue to move guys in. These guys are pushing in, which might be the way that we need to go. I mean, go for it. See if you can't break in now. Come on, that's a real big take if we can take that. And there we go, we have actually cut off 2 of their units here. So let's go ahead, support in, and make sure that we are crushing them out. And then you guys, let's just push out a little tile maybe from the supply hub. Oh, I mean, if you could push up there, that would be some great new supply lines. Just anywhere that we can increase our supply.